home cat and I play red. Normally we don't look at expansions very much on this channel. Normally I'm just telling you about base games, because if you like the base game, you're probably going to buy the expansion. Well, we do. I just assume everyone else has problems like us. But today we're going to have a look at an expansion. The expansion we're going to look at is the Fat Cat expansion, obviously, for Raccoon Tycoon. Now, this is the deluxe edition. It's got the Fat Cat expansion in it and enough space, in theory, for you to put the base game and have everything in this one huge box. So, let's have a look at it. So, this is our base copy of Raccoon Tycoon by Forbidden Games, designed by Glenn Drover. We love it. It's a great game. It's super cute. It's got stock market elements. It's got loads of stuff that's great and we love it. It's a great introductory game. This is the expansion box. So there's quite a bit of stuff in here. This is quite a bit bigger. It's not like we can take this out and put this back. Let's have a look at what comes in this huge monstrous box and then we'll look at packing it all in. So, didn't get a box far. So, the first thing we've got with this is snazzy inlaid player boards. We do like an inlaid player board. As owners of cats, it's good for us. So that is our player boards. So we've obviously got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of these. So those have got a bit more stuff than the standard one, but we'll come back and have a look. One of the things we loved about Raccoon Tycoon was the big chunky start player token. We got a colorized version of him. I think he's just got gold outlines. We'll have a look in a minute. But we've now got a colorized version of Mr. Raccoon. But we've got Mrs. Cat. She's just awesome. I love, like, that's just for reference, that's how big these are. You can see they're super chunky. They're just adorable. So we've got a choice of 2 of them. We can go back to Mr. Raccoon or use Mrs. Cat. Obviously, we're going to be using Mrs. Cat. We've also got some new components here. We have these little housing meeples. I'm going to put it in the tray actually, because it's red, so it's not going to show up on the table so well. We've got the housing meeples. Yeah. And we've then got, I can put the rest of these on the table. We've then got locomotives. Obviously, we love trains, so that's exciting. We have got, ooh, these. What are they? I think there's the Tycoon and the animal meeples. I'm going to put a building there as well, but I don't think you're going to see it so good, are you? So we've got 4 new types of meeples. We've then got player screens. I'm pretty sure we used to just put our money in a pot so no one could see it. But we've got player screens. So, oh, we're looking at the bears. We don't want to look at the bears, do we? Let's have a look at Lady Cordelia Snow Mittens. That's her name. I've been calling her Mrs. Cat because it's easier. So, player screens. So these have got all the actions that are available to you, but they now come with a special power. I think these are a one-time use. So each of the different factions have a special power, as well as these handy sheets that show you exactly what you can do. There's Mr. Cat. What's his name? Governor Charlemagne C. Clawton. Oh, I love his big boy cat face. That's Mr. Cat. So we have the player screens, all with different abilities that are a one-off. So put them to the side. We've got some new buildings. Now, some of these are to do with the new meeples. So here we've got the locomotive factory, and that is what's going to allow you to build locomotives. That cost you an iron and a coal. I know they're going to give you end game points, or you can trade them in for money during the game. We then got some more. Counts as an animal meeple. So various new buildings that incorporate the new elements of the game. We've got a score pad. We do like a score pad. It's always good to see if you're actually getting better at a game or worse. So that's nice. And we've then got this deck of cards. Now, these are super cute. I'm going to try and open them on camera and probably fail to find the tab. Always. These are actually the very, very early original artwork that Glenn's daughter, Emma, I think, did when she was 12. I think she's now in her 20s, but she drew all these. So these are really cute. If you're playing the game with kids, they add a slightly more friendly element to the game. Those are oh, and then we have new railroads. We have the Jackrabbit Railroad, which is a totally new branch. Again, the art is amazing. It always is. And we've got some new towns. So, some new towns, which are Vasselgrave, Z's Furnace, Healy Patch. So those are all Dice Tower related. So what else is in here? These are all white. Okay, so these are a different set of towns as well. I like the top dog, look, the little pink poodle. She's quite cute. So yes, these are the towns. So this is basically a way to kind of make the game a bit less intimidating. Drover Crossing. If you're playing with kids. Now going back to the player boards and to the Animal and Tycoon meeples. The animals you can buy with 2 wheat, and you're going to pop them, where's an animal, onto your player board there. Similarly with the Tycoons, they're going to cost you 3 wine, and they go there. And then at the end of the game, you're going to score the visible number here. So that would be 5 for the animals, 7 for the raccoons. So that adds more scoring. We like more scoring. So that's how they work. The locos that say it's a specific card, and I think the houses are a specific card as well. But what we're going to do, and I haven't looked at this until now, is see if we can fit, oh goodness, don't look, see if we can fit all of this into the one box. So we've got the money, aha, yay. Right, the first one worked. So these are our railroad cards, so we'll put the Jackrabbit with them and the towns with the towns. Now I'm going to make an assumption that they go there. Look at me being right and everything. And ooh, these were here. Look at that. We like it now. Oh, it does work. I don't know if that's where it's supposed to go, but it does work. I'm going to go back to the bottom, get rid of silica gel, and put our resources, I'm going to assume, go in here, but then we've got the new stuff as well. I should have probably looked at how this went before we started filming, shouldn't I? Never mind. Mr. Raccoon and Mrs. Cat. They missed a trick. She should have been called Claudia. But tush. New meeples. Put these ones back. I'm running out of room already. I didn't think this through, did I? But we have got all the base resources in. So these can go in there. I do like a good Ziploc bag. You might have noticed. Right, so that is all our resources in the top layer. I'm going to make an assumption. These look, ooh, yeah. They look building size. Let's pop them in there. But then we've got the new buildings as well. Are they going to fit, or are we going to end up too tall? I guess we're going to see, aren't we? It's looking like it's going to be too tall. Next time, reminder to self, next time, look this up before you do it. And as you can see, these are just punching really nicely. They're big, thick, chunky tiles, which we like. Ooh. Don't know where. Should put them there for now. That works. Can't put the new cards in. Mission cards and price and production cards. That's that spot, isn't it? So I don't quite know what we're going to do. Oh, they fit down the side. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We can make this work. That goes there, and then the score pad doesn't quite fit. The score pad went in there. Okay. And then the main board sits there. Look at that. Right. Then we're going to put that on top. Poor old Mr. Raccoon. I'm going to put him there because he's awesome. It might be that he ends up sort of sitting on the mantelpiece or somewhere suitable. And then the player boards, which they kind of go on top, she says. Look. Yeah, look at me making it work. And our 2 rule books. We love the size of these rule books because they're easy, they're not giant flippy pages. And there we go. We're going to ignore them for the time being. Look at that. It all fits in one box. So, this will go in our loft. We have a loft full of expansion boxes and things keeping our house warm. Who needs insulation? That's going to go up in the loft, and this we need to find room for on the shelf. So that is the deluxe edition of Raccoon Tycoon with the Fat Cat expansion. We have done a video for Raccoon Tycoon. Go and have a look at it. Ta-da! See, I'm upsizing. Marie Kondo would hate us. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click like and subscribe. Come and say hello on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I play red. See you next time. Bye. So, Rob noticed this while filming. I didn't. The tiles go like that. And look, they all fit nicely. And the extra cards. Aha!